It's okay, Wacko. You can come out of the closet. It's safe now. And you too, Mr. GM2, degenerate. You can come out as well. It's alright. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Actually, worry about what you're doing. Do some push-ups, wash your face, brush your teeth, start your day. Be a man first, please. Don't be a woman. Please seek help. I'm not a therapist. I'm not licensed. Seek therapy, please. Thank you for the likes, everybody. Please like the video. We are doing 5-element Shaolin hardening. Iron palm training. Knuckle push-ups are levels below. Knuckle push-ups are boring. Do knuckle push-ups on bricks. That's the next level. And even then, that's not all there is. Because bricks only consists of clay and sand. It's not even real earth element. It's just the introduction to the earth element. This is a granite block, granite stone. This is the real stone or earth element in Shaolin, 5-element hardening. And knuckle push-ups only train the knuckles. We need the wrist, the backhand, the ligaments, the tendons, not just the knuckle bones. No, actually I'm training because this is my lifelong passion. I didn't know that to train 5-element hardening, you wanted to take over the world. I'm just training this because this is what I've wanted since I was a child. And I found the right methods. Thank you for the likes, everybody. This technique, brother, is levels above. I'm very sorry. This technique is something that only inner door students can learn because it's not just hitting a stone. There's many other steps. There's internal medicine, external medicine, massaging your hand, qigong breathing techniques. There are many steps to this because this is granite. This is not brick. This is not even a river stone, a river rock. Granite is some of the hardest stone in the world. What you're talking about is someone that's just left the novice stage and they're entering the intermediate stage and they can do brick knuckle push-ups. I was 20 years old, but I didn't start iron palm training until later. I started with Wing Chun. In the Wing Chun system, they only have the wood as the highest level. And even then, most school systems, they don't have a proper conditioning method. They will just tell you, use the wood, hit the dummy, and your hands will be conditioned, your arms will be conditioned. But that's not the case a lot of times. And for the shins, there is no conditioning either. And if you ever face a kickboxer, Muay Thai, Muay Baran, Sanda, I don't care, Pinchak Salat, they will kick you right in your thigh. And if you don't know how to block, and if your shins aren't conditioned to block barefoot without the shin pads, you're in a world of hurt. No, I've never fought in tournament. I've only trained various gyms. I've sparred a Golden Gloves guy. I've sparred bigger people. I know what it's like to get hit, but I've never competed. I've only trained this because this is my, as I said, lifelong passion. Since I was a kid, I already knew I wanted to do some form of Shaolin. There's many types of Shaolin Kung Fu. And there was not even one Shaolin temple. There was many Shaolin temples. Yes, I've trained grappling. I've trained Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've trained a little Sambo. And even in Chinese Kung Fu, if you get the real stuff, there's something called Chin Na, which is joint manipulation. Yeah. BJJ just entry level, so just entry level. Yes, pain does not exist in this dojo. My shin's already conditioned, but yeah, I like BJJ, but again, there's many more tools you can develop. There's also the discrepancy between gi and no gi. That is also a big discrepancy in the jiu-jitsu world. So well, if it's not likely to work in a fight, it sure works in sparring. And when I had students, I actually sparred bare knuckle, meaning 20-30%. We're only learning to control, but I can tell you a lot of the trapping, a lot of the elbow strikes, even the palm strikes. People don't even understand palm strikes can work. They haven't heard of a person called Boss Rutan. Maybe some of you kids are very young, but there is a guy called Boss Rutan. There is an organization called Pancration, and he would palm strike people because it was a bare knuckle fight. He would slap people in the ear, palm strike to the jaw, to the corner of the eye, to the nose, to the chin. That stuff works. It takes a lot of sparring to understand that. That's why when I'm doing this, people are like, why are you slapping the rock? I'm not slapping. This is slapping. This is a palm strike. We're building up the palm right here. So when you actually can strike somebody, I'm in Southwest Ontario, so if you're near, you can actually message me. I'm by London. Again, I'm not doing this to show off, to have to stroke my ego. I'm only training. This is called martial arts training, not taking over the world training. What about gym etiquette? What do you mean by gym etiquette? Like, do you mean if I go to the gym or people come to me? Personally, I don't tolerate that. I've seen that not tolerated, and if it is tolerated somewhere, that means the coach, the sifu, the sensei, he's not running a good program, because nobody should be beating up anybody in the gym. You even have pro fighters, they don't even spar hard anymore. Guys, this is new intel, okay? This is new information, because when you constantly get hit, even you have your headgear on, the headgear don't protect you from brain trauma. The headgear protects you from physical cuts, broken noses, fractured cheekbones, whatever the case is. But you're still getting the ricochet. So that's why I say it's better to do controlled sparring, even bare knuckle or small 4-ounce glove sparring, to get the feel of a real fight. Okay? And you do 20-30%. If you can control your movements halfway, slow, you can do them very fast, very effectively. Then you do your pad work, you do your heavy bags. Why would I go to a jiu-jitsu gym? I've already been there. People don't even understand what I'm doing. You have a technique called the hammer fist, or even the side of the hand. If majority of you people try to hit with a bare hammer fist, you will for sure fracture or break your hand. That's 100%. You have a technique called the spinning hammer fist, spinning back fist. Can you people use your back fist bare knuckle? Hell no. You'll break your carpals. If I don't compete, then what am I training for? Guys, again, this is a lifelong passion. I didn't know that you needed to go to the UFC or aim for a pro MMA debut just because you love to train it. I've loved martial arts for a very long time, and I've actually defeated my own insecurities throughout my lifetime. It's helped me to become a better person. Just because I'm showing you some Shaolin skills and it's bringing out some type of weird energy in a lot of incels, or maybe you have masochist issue, maybe you're a narcissist, you're just a troll, maybe you have a lot of internal issues to work out, then that's not my fault, guys. Yeah, why would I fight for entertainment? I have this for confidence. I have this for a moment if I really need to, and I hope I really don't. I love how this like upsets people. Yeah, but street fights don't really count. Street fights, you don't know. I've had people pull bottles. I've had a person pull a knife. Street fights are very different. Majority of the times the person you're fighting, they're not trained. They haven't trained for you. Okay? They're just having a burnt out night. They had their last Budweiser. And they're angry. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, Todd. Man said street beefs are not street fights. I guess in a way, I guess it's a 50-50. Because I've already trained at MMA gyms. I'm not near any MMA gym. I live out by the bushes now. I moved out from big city life. But I trained in MMA gyms. I didn't just self-taught. I didn't learn how to do a 1-2, how to slip, how to roll, footwork. I trained at these places. I sparred. I did pad work. Okay. But I've already had an accumulation of various martial arts for over 13 years. And I have the great privilege of building my own gym. Again, people must understand before they type. The mats alone, these are not from Dollarama. Okay, they're 3/4 inches thick. So they cost a little bit more. Please understand. This is a granite, brother, not iron. I hit this for up to an hour, sometimes a little less. Yes, Tommy, I remember you now. Why the rock? Because I'm on the earth zone, earth element. Okay, we start with wood, then there's earth, and then there's iron. Mixed with the fire and water element, that's the 5-element hardening skill of the Shaolin. So again, this is a granite stone. This is not where you start. Thank you for the likes, everybody, though. I appreciate it. You know, I have my own trials and tribulations in my own life. It's not like I'm just training 24/7. When I was maybe 24, 25, I was training a lot. I was training 6 days a week. But life hits you sometimes. Injuries, traumatic experiences. We're not just living on Wudang Mountain, you know, meditating. No, I have very basic jiu-jitsu. I don't claim any kind of, you know, like I know the basics, man. I know what it's like. The main thing is I know what it feels like, okay? I know what it feels like to get choked out. I know what it feels like to choke someone out. I know what it feels like to have somebody 2-3 times my size top mount, side control, okay? Having my back. Very important. I know how to heel hook, how to Kimura. I love Sambo even more than jiu-jitsu, to be honest. But that's what I said. You develop these things that people laugh at. Tiger claw, you know, dragon claw. When you really train your tendons, you can really grab and inflict a lot of damage onto somebody. People just don't understand that. That's not gonna help you, cause you know, I have no idea what you just wrote. Somebody said this was a rubber rock. You gotta dive deep. That depends, bro. How deep? Surgery deep? Majority of guys, you get surgeries. Ancient time, do you think you had surgeries? You trained for martial application along with health. That's why you cannot defeat Shaolin. Shaolin trains your tendons, your ligaments, your joints. Never mind your muscle. The muscle is there, but the muscle disappears. You're training your tendon power. Never forget, there was a Gracie Hunter, okay? People want to push jujitsu down people's throat. I understand the concept and the benefits of jujitsu. I appreciate jujitsu and respect it. But that's not the golden standard, please. Guys. Train tendon power. If you really want power, train tendon power. That's a funny thing. Majority of people actually say that. They say this is very calming. Because people have no idea what is actually happening. It's not just hardening skill. It's a form of meditation because I'm in a horse stance. I have breathing. There's proper breathing being done. Okay? You're actually awakening your ancient software. Yes, it does look weird. That's because the majority of the Western world, they're so narrow-minded that anything different looks weird. Just like when the oblique kick looked weird, and then people figured out, oh no, this is effective. That kick is a kung fu kick. You have a brown belt. You said you have a brown belt. Do you think you can beat me in a fight? Sure. What kind of fight? Bare knuckle fight? 4-ounce glove fight? A gi tournament? What kind of fight? Because I tell you, once you develop your tendon power and you actually have a proper grip, all that stuff that people say, grab your throat, or I pull your ear, I pull your nose, I scratch your eye, those people don't train to the level of a Shaolin, okay? They just think they can do that. But if they actually have the tools to actually grab somebody, okay? Here's my hands. Fingers are straight, no callus, everything works. You're a professional Muay Thai fighter. What is your name? Oh, so you know my eating habits. That's kind of creepy, dude. Dude, what are you talking about? What mom arms? Bro, what are you talking about? First of all, you have no idea what tendon power versus muscle power is. That's the first thing. Your shins aren't even conditioned, so why are you even talking? If you block one of my kicks, your forearm will probably fracture. Are your forearms conditioned? I don't think so. Tendons take longer to build, they last longer, and they're more stronger than muscles. You have people that can't even punch bare knuckle and they're talking. That's really effeminate, guys. Come on. Brush your teeth, wash your face, do 20 push-ups, start your day like a man. Don't just train your finger joints typing away. People say they can back fist. Can you back fist bare knuckle? That's the real question. Mental training, I do Qigong. Qigong, either meditation. There is hard and soft Qigong for fighting. Okay? There's all kinds of Qigong. Qigong just means breath work. It's a very general term. The Chinese don't even really call it Qigong. That's a Western term. But so you can understand, breathing techniques. Gets you in the mode. Pumps up your adrenaline, your testosterone, HGH. Yeah, I'm dreaming. Back fist in the cage. That's why there's a technique called the spinning back fist, you GMO baby. Oh my goodness. Have you never seen somebody throw a hammer fist off the ground when somebody has top mount? Then I don't think you're a real MMA fan. Which I'm not an MMA fan. I don't even watch MMA anymore. But I do know that people can hammer fist you from the bottom. So if your shit is conditioned, yeah. Tendon doesn't make you stronger. No. Please look up, guys. There's AI now, okay? Not laziness. Mr. Chino. Tendon power is much more stronger than muscle power. When somebody, like a sprinter, when they're ready to sprint, what do they use? Their Achilles tendon to kick off. Muscles don't help, kid. So for explosive power, it's all tendons. My goodness. This is the age of information. There's no excuse, guys. Well, guys, I don't know why you're here. Like, typing all that just to get booted. Like, I don't care. I don't need the views. If you think I'm negative, whatever, you're the real trolls, the majority of you. Right? You come on slick trying to get information and then you talk trash. You talk trash, but I'm the crazy negative one? That doesn't make sense. Come on, man. Well, look a little deeper. The tendon theory is actually still coming out. Just like nobody knew what muscle fascia is. Muscle fascia is coming out in the news as well, in the scientific realm. Look that up. Nobody even knew. They thought that muscle fascia was irrelevant. We didn't need it. The Chinese knew for over 5,000 years. Yeah, again, guys, thank you for the views. That's the most retarded thing anyone ever said, Gino. Tendon strength doesn't translate to power. That is so retarded. Oh my goodness. You're a real Westerner, bro. A real Westerner, man. You can't help those people. Tendons are literally like electrical cables that get thicker and can generate more force because of muscle fascia. This dude watches too much YouTube. Don't rely on people. Do your own research, kiddo. When a tendon snaps, you're finished. You're done for quite some time. Kobe, you can't even jump rope for 5 minutes, kiddo. How embarrassing is that? Yeah, but can you swing a mace ball, Mr. Kobe? Can you actually swing a mace ball? That's the real question. This guy says muscles are not power. I never said muscles are not power. I said tendons have more power exertion than muscles. That's why you have 155-pound Muay Thai fighters who don't have that much muscle on them, and they're very strong. Even when you grip them, when you do clinch with them, they're very strong. I wonder why. Receding hairline. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Dude, you don't even train. Come on, stop it. What time is it? Today is Wednesday, 12. Go out, man. Get a girl. Do 20 push-ups, bro. Wash your face. Brush your teeth. Be a real man. How long have I been training? Almost 14 years. If you want tendon power, tendon strength, you want to elongate your tendons, make them longer, use a mace ball. What's my job? Wouldn't you like to know? I'm just house surfing right now. I just broke into someone's basement and set it up real quick. Use a mace belt. Train with this and You'll train your tendon power. I'm training for life. Mr. Tilat, we already know you're effeminate. Yeah, just a mace ball. Trust me, just a mace ball. This is 15 pounds. Just to even lift it with one hand like this. It's training all your wrist and forearm power, grip strength, and grip endurance at the same time. When you're swinging it and you're using the 360, rotational power, cardio, strength, all in one. Your heart rate goes up. Slow, steady movements. Again, you have no idea what the mace ball is for. This is older than the barbell. This tool was used to get ready for war in ancient times. Do you really think I care what you're talking about, Chino? Come on, man. You're a goof, bro. This guy's a goof. Again, try it. Have you ever even done it? That's the real question. So that's the 15 pound. This is the 25 pound. It's a bit more. So this one really builds your tendon power. I didn't say I did the mace ball training for 13 years, GMO baby. I said I've been training martial arts for 13 years. And best believe, Chino, your grip strength is that of a prepubescent boy. Very embarrassing. Super embarrassing, bro. You even have people talking that is so embarrassing. I'm sorry you guys are dealing with so many issues. Seek therapy, guys. I'm not a therapist. And I'm not here to entertain your parasites either. Why would I do it slow? What's the point of that? What I'm doing is I'm building momentum. I'm building rotational strength. I'm having my heart rate raise. When I swing it and then I control, I don't just keep swinging. I swing and I stop in the center and I swing. That's the momentum of grip. But at the same time, even as I'm swinging, I have to keep a grip on it. So the whole time you're exercising grip, endurance, and grip strength. What martial art do I train in? I train in various. I have Jeet Kune Do, Wing Chun, kickboxing, Muay Thai, Hanuman boxing. Who said grip strength translates to punching power? Again, what are you really talking about? No one's even talking to you, bro. No, my boy, no one's even talking to you. Grip strength translates to the fact that I can grab somebody at a very efficient level, or something on somebody. This is how I like to spend watching. Yeah, this is 25 pounds. This is for sure Chino. We know you can't pick this up. Don't try either. Like I said, if anybody ever trained with a 15-pound mace ball, you know that it's not as easy as Mr. Loa. People have no idea about the weight of something when you're grabbing it from the bottom and all the weight is you balancing it. It's not just 12.5 pounds on each side, kiddo. You gotta research some more. If you want to learn something, you can ask. No, not 15-pound baseball, 15-pound mace ball. When you have it up like this, all the way, when you're gripping it from the bottom, it's not 15 pound. It can be more towards 30, 35 pounds, especially when you're swinging it. Thanks for the likes, everybody. Appreciate it. Let's finish up the 25 pounder. Muscle, guys, muscle is just mainly water. It's not even protein. Muscle is mainly water. I don't think anybody can debate that. Okay, it's all about hypertrophy. That's why you take creatine, you drink more water, you retain more water in your muscle. That has almost nothing to do with strength. Strength comes from the ATP, and as I keep pushing it, tendon power. Tendon power is far more superior than muscles. Okay? Tendons hold them, connect the muscles. You think of tendons as those big cables, the hydro cables, and that you can thicken over time. They can get more dense. Whew. Grip strength and grip endurance. You're also building muscle. You're increasing your bone density, and you're actually building your tendons. This weirdo Chino, you are so boring. I'm gonna boot you. This man said muscles equal punching power. Oh my goodness. That's like the 80s steroid conversation right there. You are a complete bug out, man. Oh my goodness. That is hilarious. Punching power. Muscles. That's friggin' hilarious, bro. That was actually Comedy Central. Yeah, I've been working out for over an hour. Oh my goodness. Let's do some precision accuracy. Let's get the haters mad. This is a baseball, by the way. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Mr. Smith. Yeah, I'm punching Mr. Rogue. I'm punching a baseball. You cannot get more than 3 punches off bare knuckle, so it's actually quite embarrassing for you to speak. Very bad. We know your life is very bad. I'm very sorry for that. Maybe you can drift on. No, that's not everyone's favorite power punch. I beg to differ. Whew. Yeah, boxing in slippers. The question is, can you actually use your boxing in slippers? That's the real question. Yuck. How befitting of a YouTube channel called Yuck. Swimming is good, but you can swim in something better than water. You can swim in deep breathing exercises. That will really heal your joints, your tendons, ligaments. Qigong breathing will rejuvenate your whole body. I need gloves? I don't need gloves. Thanks for the concern though. I don't need gloves. No, I don't track macros. I'm not in fight camp. If you have an altercation with somebody that's not in the ring, it doesn't go past 1 minute. If you can bang for 1 minute, very good. No, I'm not a meathead. My hands are conditioned. I have iron hands. I strike the stone, guy. Please, if you don't bring any value, you will get deported. Bring some value to the stream, Blackie Chan. I can already tell by your channel that you're a goof. You don't take anything serious. How long have you been training? What happens in the street? You have to tell the person, let me get my 8-ounce gloves 1 sec. Let me put on my hand wraps. Come on, guy. If you can elbow the heavy bag, you can punch the heavy bag. Okay? My hands are hurting? You're right. Yeah, my hands are hurting. Mr. James, I'm not here to make you feel better. Seek therapy, kiddo. Please, seek help. Blackie Chan, change your name, please. You're an embarrassment to your own family lineage. You're not a brown belt in karate. It's not a hook, my guy. Okay, I'm not your guy, by the way. GMO, baby. This is a jab. This is what you call maybe a corkscrew or a slight overhand. Bum, bum. The real thing is, yeah, you don't know. In Fantasyland, that's where you are. Stop. Yeah, it's not a hook. It's nothing. You swing your arm around the bag. So you just said it's a hook. Get your mind right, McGuire. Come on. All that typing for nothing. Thank you for the likes, everybody. Go to work? Why would I go to work? Why would I punch into a factory like you? I'm not like you, man. Woo. Yeah, because night shifts don't exist. Owning your own business doesn't exist. We live in a parallel universe. What kind of form is that? Which form? You're talking about on the heavy bag? Because I was punching bare knuckle. I was punching bare knuckle. And the bag clearly moves, so obviously there's power. If you can't see the power, this is water filled. This is the XL with the shorts. This weighs water filled about 220, 240 pounds. Brother, I don't know what technique you're talking about. If you can't see that there's power, I don't know. I don't know what you train. I really don't know what you train. All right, everybody, thank you for today. Everybody work on yourselves. Have a great day. Thank you for the likes again. So it's not about power, but you just said there's power, there's no technique, or there's no power in my technique. Which one is it? A case of psychosis, I pretend. I imagine. Thank you.